We are set for our main event tonight on TNA Impact. It's the ABC up against Nic and Ryan Nemeth, who have never tagged together before in professional wrestling. It sounds astonishing. You would have assumed it would have happened. They've been opponents, actually, before in a tag team match back in 2013, but still, this has never happened before. Nic and Ryan Nemeth teaming together, and oh, by the way, they've got to team together again tomorrow night, live in Chicago on TNA Plus and Against All Odds, as they challenge Edwards and Myers of the System for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Talk about pressure.
There's a lot of layers to this. I mean, hey, they're throwing themselves into the deep end here against the ABC. Tommy, at the beginning of this matchup, you referenced a little bit of the friction between ABC, but at the end of the day, they are still multi-time tag team champions. They have been holding their craft all over the world, and the Nemeths, despite obviously growing up together, sharing life together, have never done this craft, honed this craft together the way the ABC have.
I had a chance to speak with both Nic and Ryan earlier on tonight, and Nic was telling me about when he was 17, he borrowed his mom's van to drive him and Ryan to an ECW show in the Cleveland, Ohio area where both of them are from. And it was not the show they were expecting. Tommy Dreamer was actually on the show, shocking. And they loved it. They immediately fell in love with professional wrestling, as Nic Nemeth had been a fan since he was 5 years old. We all know what Nic Nemeth went on to do in WWE, but Ryan Nemeth had gone a different direction. He went to your city, Chicago. He tried to be a part of Second City, the famous improv group, pursued acting, pursued Hollywood, has done that, but then he also got that itch for professional wrestling, saw what his brother was doing, and followed suit to OVW down the road here in Kentucky.
That's right. I actually spent a lot of time wrestling and training with Ryan Nemeth. I've wrestled Nic Nemeth a few times. And despite the fact that in a lot of ways they're different people, there is a lot of similar skill level, as Chris Bay now calling out the wanted man himself.
Some friendly competition here tonight in our main event. And here comes Nic Nemeth, and frankly, this is something every member of the TNA roster has been talking about since Nic Nemeth showed up in this company at Hard to Kill and was signed to TNA Wrestling. Everybody has wanted their chance against the wanted man.
A guy who's made a reputation for being one of the best bell-to-bell performers.
Here we got both shoulders down there, staying alive. And Bay scrambling to the corners, using the ropes. See how dangerous the Kent State Hall of Famer Nic Nemeth can be.
No doubt about it. But yeah, as I was saying, I mean, Nic Nemeth, again, one of the best bell-to-bell wrestlers, comes into a company with, quite frankly, a roster full of some of the best bell-to-bell wrestlers on the planet. Yeah, everybody's itching to try to get that matchup, try to test their skills.
Chris Bay having some fun with Nic Nemeth.
Throwing a little bit of Nemeth's own swagger right back at him.
You gotta imagine the back of the mind of Nic Nemeth is still what happened at Rebellion. Controversial conclusion to his TNA World Championship matchup against Moose. Nemeth's shoulder being off the canvas, but the official decision is final. Has got that in the back of his head, but now he has this unique opportunity in the wake of the Champions Challenge. Plus, Ryan and Matt Hardy pinned Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers weeks ago here on Impact to earn a title shot per Santino Marella.
And let's not forget what the system did to Nic Nemeth, too, following Rebellion. Nearly taking him out, wrapping his head around that steel chair. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that Nic Nemeth and now Ryan Nemeth have a lot of unfinished business with the system.
Well, the system tried to do that exact same thing to Ryan Nemeth recently here on Impact, trying to put a chair around his neck. And that's when Nic Nemeth made his return to TNA, protecting his brother. Now, Ace Austin legal here against Nic.
And that's the question for me, is like, with everything going on, with the way the system just kind of run over everything, how focused are the Nemeth brothers? Especially, they got to worry about this being their first tag match. Tomorrow will be their second tag match, regardless of the outcome of this. I mean, they got to be thinking about all of that. The pressure of a tag team title match, what Moose could do, what the system could do in general. Lot on the mind of the Nemeth brothers.
Ace Austin, the 3-time X Division champion, all over.
Look out here.
Shoulders down, kick out at 2. Trying to control Nic Nemeth. You're a former tag team champion. What would be your advice to the Nemeths with 2 tag team matches, their first 2 in a 24-hour span?
With one of them being for a tag team championship
right, against
itself.
the freaking system.
No kidding. I mean, you're not going to rely on, your double teams or your tag team continuity because it's not there yet. You just have to rely on, God, this sounds cheesy, but your blood. You go back to your instincts for everything you've known growing up about one another as competitors, as humans.
Nic Nemeth trying to find a way free here against Ace Austin. Shows you the aptitude of Ace Austin, the way he's been able to tie up Nic Nemeth.
That says a lot about...
Ooh! Back body drop there, tag made, in comes Chris Bay.
Saw the way Ace Austin quickly got that tag.
No, you did good. I mean it.
That's Chris Bay and Ace Austin, though. That's the tag team continuity. That's the rapport I'm talking about. That as close as Nic and Ryan Nemeth are, they just don't have that when it comes to everything inside these ropes.
Oh, on the flip side, everything going on with the system. We talked about the tag team title defense tomorrow night. Moose is defending the TNA World Championship against Broken Matt Hardy in a first-time ever matchup. But after the system's visit to the Hardy compound in Cameron, North Carolina earlier on tonight, I have no idea what's happening with the system now. But we do know the ABC against Nic and Ryan Nemeth is just getting warmed up in our main event. It continues, picture in picture.
And Chris Bay standing tall and very confident. The ABC has managed to cut off Nic Nemeth from his brother Ryan Nemeth in their first ever tag team matchup.
Oh, and Nic Nemeth trying to scramble to the corner, trying to make a tag to Ryan Nemeth.
And Nemeth, a hell of an athlete himself. Fast on his feet or even off, apparently. You gotta keep a watch on him at all times.
Tag made, in comes Ace Austin. Ooh, powerful lower body. He's on that leg strength, cover and a kick out.
Now, talk about power. Ace Austin using the legs, the strength of his legs there to try to squeeze the life out of Nic Nemeth.
The support for the fans here in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio area. Something Ryan Nemeth got used to years ago attending Xavier University here in Cincinnati. Oh! Just when it looked like Nic Nemeth had gotten free, Ace Austin floored him.
Shut him right back down and immediately grabs that wrist, gets the tag. Tag Team Wrestling 101 from ABC.
Bay elevates, driving into the chest of Nic Nemeth. Again, both Ace Austin and Chris Bay, they've had their interpersonal issues, but they've been very focused, and especially the attack to try and take away the breath, the oxygen, as Ace Austin was saying moments ago. This is very smart by the ABC.
I mean, when you take someone like Nic Nemeth, the athlete that he is, that amateur wrestler, those guys,
Hold up, forearm in the face, kick out by Nemeth.
they got cardio for days, so if you can cut off that breathing, if you can cut off that ability to recover, you've got a strong advantage over somebody like Nic Nemeth.
And Bay wisely putting himself in between Nic and Ryan. Again, this is just intelligent, classic tag team wrestling. Nic Nemeth trying to leap into the corner, trying to leap to a tag.
And the strength of Chris Bay this time, able to cut Nic Nemeth off at the pass.
You see how the ABC, they're taking their time. They're having a conversation. Hey, you want it? But it seems like the issues of the past have hopefully been resolved. You can see how calm they are.
Ooh, they are firm and in control because, again, they have the tag team advantage here. ABC showing what tag team wrestling is to Nic Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth.
Ooh, look at Nemeth. 24 hours before Against All Odds, live on TNA Plus in Chicago. This is our main event, the ABC up against Nic and Ryan Nemeth, who are competing in their first match as a tandem.
And so far, anytime Nic Nemeth has managed to scrape away, to crawl, to climb away from the ABC, he just gets shut back down.
Bay is legal. Here's the cover. Shoulders down and a kick out by Nic Nemeth. There's been this calm about the ABC, trying to put their past issues behind them and have really focused on this matchup. But you gotta wonder, how are the Nemeths feeling considering A, this is their first match ever as tag team partners, B, tomorrow night, Nic and Ryan Nemeth challenge Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers of the System for the TNA World Tag Team titles at Against All Odds.
It's a lot of pressure on the back of the Nemeth brothers. That's for damn sure. And you know what? Like, not for nothing, I bet it sticks a little bit in the craw of the ABC that this first time ever tag team has a title opportunity so quickly. If I'm an established tag team in TNA, I'm a little ticked off about that.
Here's the cover, hook to the leg, shoulders down, and a kick out. The ABC are on the record. They do have a contractual rematch for the TNA World Tag Team titles after having lost the championship to the System at Sacrifice. They have spoken publicly. They're putting it on hold until they can get their own situation resolved. It appears they have done that, so maybe that's in their near future. Who knows?
Let's hear a chance to remind everybody why they are one of the best tag teams in the world today. They are certainly reminding both Nemeth brothers, especially Nic Nemeth, the wanted man right here, who just cannot get away from the former TNA World Tag Team Champions.
Ace Austin legal here against Nic Nemeth. Nic and Ryan Nemeth have a vested interest in trying to take down the System, of course, for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Moose, we know, will be defending the TNA World Championship against Broken Matt Hardy in a first-time ever matchup tomorrow night at Against All Odds. And Alicia Edwards and Masha Slamovich will be defending the Knockouts World Tag Team titles against the Hex on the countdown to Against All Odds tomorrow night as well. So tomorrow night is a pivotal night for the System, and the Nemeths want to be a reason why the System goes down.
Could be very, very good or very, very bad for the System. And you know, knowing them, they're going to do everything to hold on to every piece of hardware that they've got.
Crossbody there. Chris Bay, cover on Nic Nemeth, and a kick out. And this has been a very long time that Nic Nemeth has been in the ring. Ryan Nemeth got an early flurry in this matchup, but Nic Nemeth is taking a beating.
Ryan Nemeth is champing at the bit to get into this one. And here's the question we're not asking. 24 hours away from a World Tag Team title shot. And Nic Nemeth is taking a lot of punishment in this one.
Ooh. Chris Bay came up empty there in the corner, grabbing onto his ribs. Nic Nemeth avoided that.
A big opening. Chris Bay's not really close to a tag at the moment. Nic Nemeth has an opportunity, a window, but it's only a short one.
Trying to crawl to the corner, trying to make a tag to his younger brother, Ryan. Now Chris Bay trying to slow up the one-in man. Oh, and a tag made! It's Ryan Nemeth into the matchup against Chris Bay.
Coming in like a bat out of hell, has wanted in this one for a long time.
The Hollywood hunk off of the ropes.
We got House of Fire here. Boom!
Oh, neck breaker. There's the cover. On a kick out by Chris Bay. Ryan and Nic Nemeth laser focused on their vendetta against the System. They'll deal with that tomorrow night at Against All Odds, but tonight their first chance ever as a tag team. It's a must-win situation.
Ryan Nemeth looking for that elevated pausing DDT.
And Nic Nemeth is back in legal into the matchup. Oh, wait a minute, I was thinking about a cutter there. Chris Bay really caught up there by Nemeth. Nemeth wanted a backslide. It's Bay who wins out. Shoulders down. Oh, and a kick out. Uh-oh. Oh, and went for the famous, or did he get enough of it? Did he get all of it? Here's the cover. Kick out by Chris Bay. Let's not forget 2 weeks ago, Joe Hendry beat Eddie Edwards, a former TNA World Champion, in the main event of this show. Things are not okay necessarily for the system.
They have to be in a bit of a rough space head-wise. A bit of a rough head space, if you will.
Tag.
But if there's anything the system knows how to do, it's how to boot and rally and make things work in their favor, because the system always works.
And you can see Nic and Ryan Nemeth, some symmetry. It is their first time ever as a tag team, so you can see them learning as they go.
And they're gonna have to learn real quick.
Real fast.
Ahead of that tag team title match tomorrow.
Forearm shiver. Response there by Bay. Bay and Ryan Nemeth going to war here.
A little bit of a slugfest in the middle of the ring.
Off of the ropes. Oh, and both men go down center of the ring. Ryan Nemeth reaching for his corner.
Both guys have the same idea. Chris Bay's gonna definitely want to get a tag to Ace Austin. Ryan Nemeth looking for his brother Nick.
Great tag team matchup in our main event tonight in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio area. The ABC up against Nic and Ryan Nemeth. A night Nic and Ryan will never forget. Count of 7 here from the official. Both men have the count of 10 to get to their feet, but they make tags. It's Ace Austin to meet Nic Nemeth.
Now it's Ace Austin's turn to turn things around here on behalf of the ABC. Boom!
Off the side, Russian leg sweep, follows up with a leg drop. Ryan Nemeth trying to get in to help out his brother Nick.
Ace Austin trying to fight a little bit 2-on-1 here.
Oh, Ryan Nemeth rushed in. Ace Austin, oh, caught him with a bulldog out of the corner.
Look at this, Ace Austin. Quick here. Boom!
Oh, what a kick to the face.
Lights out!
Shoots the half, here's the cover, hook to the leg. Oh, what a kick out by Nic Nemeth. Can you imagine if Nic and Ryan Nemeth lose here tonight before their TNA World Tag Team title match tomorrow night?
Everybody talks about momentum, but this being your first match as a tag team,
Ever.
it means more than ever, absolutely.
Oh, and now Bay running interference on Ryan Nemeth. Nic Nemeth has absorbed so much damage in this matchup from the Ace and Bay connection. The setup. Oh, kick to the back of the head and the brain buster. There's the cover. And it's broken up by the Hollywood hunk.
Ryan Nemeth able to stay in the ring and catch that one in the nick of time. Wow, all 4 men are in the ring here.
An excellent matchup here on the brink of Against All Odds tomorrow night live on TNA Plus in Chicago. Oh, now Nemeth able to get the DDT. He won it earlier on in the match.
Boom! Huge cutter from Chris.
Oh, super kick right on the button, bubbling the legs of Chris Bay.
Knockout shots from everybody in this matchup. One hell of a tag team main event, just 24 hours ahead of Against All Odds in Chicago.
The ABC and the Nemeths trying to get up to their feet. A hard-fought matchup, to say the least. Whoa! One thing that bodes well for Nic and Ryan is we know they will not give up easily whatsoever tomorrow night against the system.
Oh, look out here.
Inside the ring, Nic Nemeth, shoulders down on Ace Austin and a kick out. Went for the super kick. Austin able to block. Going for a cover now. Shoulders down. Kick out by Nic Nemeth. Oh, and that kick, toe of the boot right to the ear.
The action, fast and furious face stomp by Ace Austin.
Tucks the arm, hooks the leg. Nic Nemeth will not go quietly.
The resilience of the wanted man is something to be
Tag.
admired here, but how much of this can he take? Is it time to shut it all down?
Going for the 1-2
Wait.
sweep. Ryan Nemeth preventing the launch there by Ace Austin. Oh, and Austin went for Ryan Nemeth. He crashed and burned. Ryan Nemeth into the ring. Danger zone.
What a flurry, is that it?
Nic and Ryan Nemeth win.
Oh my God. Here are your winners, the team of Ryan and Nic Nemeth.
The